Hey, welcome back, guys. The bombshell that was Raising Kanan Season 2, Episode 2 was headlined by Rock and what would prove to be her many missteps. Feeling the natural pressure that accompanies balancing leadership with the proper execution required for success, Rock may have just overreached in her never-ending grasp for power and control. In this video, we'll be dissecting Rock's 3 major mistakes that could potentially ruin the Thomas family empire as we know it. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification to immediately receive these videos. Also, big thank you to all of my channel donors. If you'd like to be the next one, drop $1 on that Cash App for us. And lastly, a spoiler alert is now in effect for all things Power. Here we go. Rock's first mistake this episode is tied to her greatest blunder from last season's finale, enlisting her own son to murder a cop, who also happened to be his biological father. In his youthful inexperience, Kanan shot the believed perpetrator to his family's safety at point-blank range, only for him to survive along with his memory. That memory was exposed to Rock this episode, much to her surprise, as she believed him to be an invalid based on the rumors from his hospital release. The shock in her expression was hardly unnoticeable, as Howard also vowed to tell Kanan the truth on his own terms, subverting her control and manipulation over her son in future episodes, as well as irreparably damaging their once unshakable bond. This will be devastating to Kanan, who is already skeptical of his mother. She has continued the deception in regards to his father, and that's a decision that won't go unresolved. If Rock was going to hit the police, she should have done it by the street book, and done it right, but this is where we are. Rock's second mistake is in regards to Unique. Her Season 1 adversary had a rough swing at the proverbial plate this episode. He lost his connect, business, and second in command, all in one fell swoop. Rock indeed planned such to be the case, at least in the latter occurrence. She rightfully assumed that Dean would sever ties with them following Howard's shooting and the subsequent police pressure, which also resulted in his tailor shop being destroyed. What she isn't considering, however, is how the total destruction of her open enemy is required in order for him to truly reside in the rear view. This brings us to the 48 Laws of Power. The 15th law explains Rock's maneuvers against Unique to the T. Crush your enemy totally. It encourages not just a crushing, but a complete evisceration of an adversary, warning that, quote, if one ember is left alight, no matter how dimly it smolders, a fire will eventually break out. The fact that Unique is even breathing justifies Rock's transgression against the totally aspect of crushing your enemy. Surely she couldn't have planned for the forthcoming alliance between Nick and the Italians, but if she followed this law all the way through, she wouldn't have to. What would have been sound decision-making is if Rock would have enlisted Worrell to kill Unique upon his release, as Rel would be the only one able to get that close to him without suspicion. Then, she hires him to run the 40s under Lou, now that his loyalty has been proven in blood to her organization. However, her current method not only leaves her broken enemy one move away from resurgence, but also a potential mole in her organization, one that is untested and ultimately unworthy. Which brings us to Rock's third and perhaps most fatal mistake, trading a loyal soldier for a treacherous one. Under the spirit of assumption, the worst place to make any decisions from next to fear, Rock extinguished the life of her most trusted soldier not bound by blood, Scrappy. Scrap was believed to be informing against the crew, although it's been heavily inferred that his mother held the ties to Detective Ping and the NYPD. Interestingly enough, it was Rock who once said that, quote, sometimes it's good to have a cop on your side. Under her own wisdom, Scrap and his mom were moving in bounds, but those maneuvers didn't guarantee his life in the end, and such a rash decision will cost Rock severely. Now she's left to depend on the aforementioned Worrell to assist in expanding her new territory, which places Lou and the Thomases by extension at a greater risk than Scrap ever did. Plus, as the great Tyrion Lannister once stated in Game of Thrones, a ruler who kills those devoted to her is not a ruler who inspires devotion. The trickle-down effect from Scrap's death on Marvin and Lulu will be detrimental to the family-induced message she's been trying to maintain. And worse, it will be yet another devastation to Kanan once the truth is uncovered, who's already on the brink of discovering who his real father is and his real role in almost ending his life due to his mother's many deceptions. But what are your thoughts on all of this? How are Rock's choices negatively impacting the family, and where will they lead her? Be sure to drop me your opinions in the comments below. As always, I thank you for watching today's video. If you liked today's video, go ahead and drop $1 on that Cash App for us. Hit the like button, share it with your friends who are Power fans, and subscribe for more content such as this. This is Rudy P. Magic of Rudy P. Magic Beats, and have a blessed one until the next one. Peace, y'all.